Oh, baby, rub your hands together. Manchester United are third in the Premier League. Who'd have thunk it? Not me. About 6, 7, 8 games ago. But Michael Carrick has now got 7 games under his belt with 6 wins and 1 draw. We're unbeaten in our last 11 in the league. It wasn't a perfect performance. There were problems in the first half and problems that we've seen now in quite a few games. However, United did enough, and I'm going to be speaking about Sesko, going to be speaking about Bruno. But just take a second to have a little peep at that. We're third, people. Third. We finished 15th last year, and we were down and out when Ruben Amorim was sacked in Jan. But this has been spectacular. We took advantage of another opportunity that was given to us. Villa losing against Wolves. Can United go third? Yes, they can. 6 wins and 1 draw for Carrick. Second halves, I'm telling you what. Certainly better than the first halves. This man, that goal was such a good header. The cross from Bruno, the power that Sesko got on it, the direction. That now means Sesko, come off the bench for the winner against Fulham. Come off the bench for the winner against Everton. Started and got the winner there against Crystal Palace. And came off the bench and got a point away at West Ham. This lad is delivering. And that was a header full of confidence. The cross was good from Bruno, but he had to do a lot for that. Didn't really have too much service in that game up until that point. We got a bit frustrated by Crystal Palace. We weren't doing anything really in the first half, but Sesko, lad, man. Big smile on my face. We talked about it. We knew that crosses into the box for Sesko was going to be an opportunity today. And Bruno delivered it, and Sesko finished it. Superb header from him. And a superb game-changing performance from Bruno Fernandes again. Great penalty. And a wonderful cross. I think he's now only the 3rd United player in history. I think it's Giggs and Rooney to have 100 goals and 100 assists. Or has that already been done? Either way, Bruno there with the game-changing moments. And look, if Carrick looks back on that game, and I'll pick these problems apart in a second, he'll look at the issues in the first half and the repeated patterns that we're kind of seeing between not Villa, Everton and West Ham, and now Crystal Palace. We've got Villa in a couple of weeks' time. Villa who are now below us in the table, people. I can't believe we're third. I cannot believe we're third. If I was to say the issue in that game, for me, actually, no, sod that. I want to have a little... Can we just talk about Casemiro's second half performance there? Because one thing in particular I felt that we were doing so much better in that second half. It's like balls from where Casemiro was in the midfield right towards the edge of the box. And then, you know, there's little like flick passes around the corner. Instead of taking a pass on, taking a touch or like passing it back, just a little flick. Almost like breaks the line. Casemiro was delivering a few of those passes in. In that second half, he really was orchestrating United going forward. Thought it was fantastic for him. He could have scored. Probably should have scored in the first half. That header from the Bruno cross. And then he had, was it another Bruno cross and a volley at the back post? Fantastic from Casemiro today. But if I'm going to speak about the issues, Manchester United on that left-hand side there today, we really struggled with the lack of width, didn't we? Shaw going off. I don't know whether that was a consequence of like the impact injury. I think it was Munoz stepped on his foot. Was it a precaution from that? I don't know. I don't know whether it was muscular or not. But then Mazraoui came on. And he was cutting inside, obviously, because he's a right-footer playing left-back. And Cunha was down there. And we just had no sort of width or anything on that left-hand side. And because Ahmad went off for Sesko, we had no width on the right-hand side either, because Mbeumo was cutting inside. And it was a bit of a problem. And I think this is something that Michael Carrick's going to have to look at and have to assess, because there's too many games now where I think the first half performances just simply have not been good enough. Now, we're getting the results, which is incredible. And ultimately, that's what's important right now. Ultimately, that is just what's important. But United need to find a way to be better in the first half, because time and time again we're seeing this, as I said, a bit of a repeated pattern. As good as it is that we are better in the second half, as good as it is that we are getting goals and we are improving as the game goes on, United are not doing enough in that first half. And it was a really poor goal to concede as well. Yoro lost his man in the corner, Lacroix, header. I mean, Le Mans had no chance to really stop that. But I'm going back to it again. 7 games for Carrick. 6 wins and 1 draw. And we now go to face Newcastle midweek. It's going to be a tough, tough game. But why wouldn't United go into that game full of confidence? Up until the red card there against Crystal Palace, do I think that we had enough going forward? Not particularly, but to Cunha's credit, he was the man. I don't know why that took so long to get the red card, by the way. Was it just me? I don't know. Maybe it's red-tinted specs. Cunha made a difference there. Sesko made the difference with the goal. Just United were just so much better in the second. Can you please find a way, lads, to play like that in the first half? What is it? Almost in that first half, we couldn't even really string 2 passes together. Everything was difficult for us in that first half. The smallest, simplest things. But the second half changed it. And Michael Carrick he's got this team delivering the results. He's got United climbing the table. And the next 2 games are big, man. Newcastle away, midweek. They just lost against Everton. Chelsea are playing Arsenal this afternoon. They could be dropping points there. They probably will, let's be honest. And then we get Villa at Old Trafford. Win those 2 next games against Newcastle and Villa. Boy, oh boy, will we be in as strong a position as possible. I lost my words there. But we're third. I'm shook, man. This, I think, was the first time this season that we had the opportunity to even go third, just because of how the tables have gone. But lots and lots and lots of times earlier this season when United had opportunities, when other clubs around us were dropping points, we missed out on it. We fumbled. We tripped. We dropped points. And we just kind of went into that constant cycle of, can United go into the top 4? No, they drop points. Rinse and repeat. But under Michael Carrick, every opportunity has been taken. Sesko there with another winner. Like, imagine that. Like, the amount of points. That's 4 goals that he's got against Fulham, West Ham, Everton, and now Crystal Palace. And those 4 goals have earned United 7 points. That's what your striker can do. Sesko is not only scoring, but scoring the winners. He is delivering, man. Been managed very, very well in his first season, I think. And that's credit to Michael Carrick and his team. But, man, enjoy it. Just enjoy what you're watching right now in Manchester United. Are we playing spectacular? I don't actually think we are. Are there things that we need to improve on? A lot, especially on the left-hand side and in the first half of each game, basically. But we are getting the results, and United are marching up the table. And while others are fumbling, we're finding our feet. Look, beat Newcastle, man. Why not? Beat Villa. Why not? Win every game between now and the end of the season. Why not?